everybody, it's Marianne, it's Sew Right, and today I'm going to be showing you how to sew sequins on with the sewing machine. And I'm working on the Husqvarna Viking, the Designer Ruby 90. This accessory that I'm going to use works on all of the Viking machines that are computerized. So I have, this is the paper that goes with the foot, but this is what the foot looks like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my string of sequins. Now you have to make sure that you're feeding them in the correct direction, because what happens is, let me get this, grab this, that it gets going. Come here. Okay. As it's going, you don't want the sequins going from the opposite direction, because then they'll get hung up as they feed through the opening that's going to guide the sequins through. So this foot is called the fancy trim foot. So there's other things that you could put in the same foot. You could use ribbons, things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the machine, just like all your other feet. I'm going to pull my tail of my sequins straight back, flatten them out. And on my sewing machine, on the machine screen, I'm going to pick a plain straight stitch. I have increased the stitch length to 5.5. Now that can vary, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to lower my needle, that I'm going to see that it can land in the sequence hole. This part can sometimes be challenging, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I am using green thread so you can be able to see my stitching, but I try to get it that the needle will land in the holes. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal, they'll still look beautiful. But I've increased the stitch length to 5.5, and I have a feeling it's going to get really close to going into the holes of the sequins. And there it's going. And remember, you got to match your thread. In this case, I would not match my thread to my fabric. I'd match my thread to my sequins. I'm using green thread, so you're going to be able to see the stitching when I take it out. But what you should do is match your thread to the sequence or the thread that's going through the sequence originally. And remember, you've got to get the sequence going in the right direction. You don't want it to start if you had them going in the opposite direction, the edge here would grab the sequence and it would start to flip the sequence the wrong way. So you got to make sure you get them going the right way. So now that I did that, I'm going to start to stitch. And like I said, I increased it to 5.5. And I'm watching, and in some cases it grabs, in some cases it doesn't. And I have a habit of wanting to pull on the sequence. Don't do that. So just let it go through. And when you're done, there it's going beautifully now. Because when I was pulling on it, it was having a tendency to shift. And then the needle wasn't landing in the hole of the sequence. But right now, yep, you got to stay away from holding the sequence. So I'm going to take this out because I want you to see exactly what happened. So here, it was getting right in the hole of the sequence because I wasn't pulling on it. But when you pull on the sequence, it's going to veer off. Now, if I had the matching thread, this is green, remember, it's going to stand out so you could see it. But if I had matching thread, even if it veered off a little, it's not a big deal. It pierced the sequence. But it's not going to really look bad once it's all done. But here, I got it that the needle was going in the holes of the sequence. So it's a matter of when you're letting it feed through, don't give it resistance. Let it move through on its own. That's very important. So sequins now you can start adding to all kinds of things, whether it be garment or craft work. And they do have to be strung. You wouldn't be taking like a package of loose sequins and trying to sew those on. That wouldn't be easy. That's handwork, and we don't want to do handwork. We want to do machine work. So I hope you enjoyed today's class, and I know I'm going to see you again soon. And I hope to see your little comments on the YouTube, and I enjoy those. So thank you and have a good day. Bye.